What the haters talking about?
What's up, family? A teenager who was banned from speaking at his high school graduation ceremony, despite being his school's first black valedictorian, has taken his speech to City Hall and given a verbal beatdown to the asinine principal who denied him his fundamental right to gloat. Jason Lovett graduated from University Prep Charter School in Rochester, New York last month and has been given a full scholarship to Clark Atlanta University in Georgia to study video game design. He wanted to speak at his graduation ceremony, but Joseph Muno, the principal, who has been at odds with him for years, would not let him. Lovett claims he was not told why he wouldn't be allowed to speak, just that he couldn't. Determined to commemorate the occasion with a few remarks, he took his planned speech to City Hall, where he works as an intern instead. There, the town's mayor, Lovely Warren, allowed him to dress up in cap and gown and deliver his speech on camera. To Mr. Muno, my principal, it's a whole lot of things that I've wanted to say to you for so long. As a matter of fact, I wasn't going to give this speech at all, but then I realized something. I realized that this speech is more than just about me. It means a lot to the people I mean a lot to. I am here as the UPrep 2018 valedictorian to tell you that you couldn't break me and that I'm still here. I'm still here strong, he said. In her own speech before introducing him to the camera, Mayor Warren said she believed it would only be fair to let him take his bow. Jason will never graduate from high school again. He will never get that moment back. This is not the time to punish a child because you may not like what they have to say. In an interview with the Democrat in the Chronicle, Jason said they butted heads frequently. Among their past disagreements is one over a protest Jason arranged against school science equipment, which he thought was not safe. Big shout out to the mayor, Lovely Warren. Lovely did a lovely job. I tell you, beautiful job. Thank you, Mayor. I love it when adults stick up for the youth. I love it when they recognize their achievements and reward them. What she did was unforgettable. She took it to a whole other level. How many kids, valedictorian or otherwise, have been able to say that they were able to speak in that type of forum? He was the subject of a huge story on the city's YouTube channel and subsequently made international headlines for his hard work and determination in his studies. And an unqualified school administrator's attempt to marginalize him and not give him his proper recognition. What a low-down, petty man. How could you deny a student who worked so hard for so long the right to speak at his graduation when he earns the top honor of valedictorian? That's something that they do at schools all over the land. Now, obviously, the principal has something against him. He sounds like one of those kids that just, he said the kid admitted that, hey, we just bumped heads. We always bumped heads. And looks like the principal was plotting the payback for a long time. Like, yeah, I know, I'll get him when it really hurts. That was petty, man. You know, bad behavior. Well, I won't even say bad behavior. I'll say a bad attitude does not justify him not allowing that kid to speak. See, he probably was afraid the kid would say something bad about him. But then again, not necessarily, because they have to approve those speeches. So whatever your speech is, you write your speech and then the administration approves the speech. And you got to stay on target. You cannot veer off and start talking about other things that's not in that speech, or else they have the right to interrupt the speech and actually kick you off the stage. But they didn't even give him that opportunity. So, yeah, the principal didn't want him to speak at all, no matter what he talked about. That was his way of punishing him. Now, when I first heard about this story, I was like, oh, yeah, they're saying he's the first black valedictorian, and that's as far as I can see race being involved. But I thought about it, and I was like, well, would he really have done that to a white kid? And the reason I said, because I don't know of any other case where it's ever been done to any kid. And so I'm thinking, did he do it to the black kid because he thought he could get away with it? Okay? So maybe, yeah, the black kid could have been a white kid or any other kid, and the principal would have had a problem with him and probably wouldn't have wanted him to speak. But would he have denied him the right to speak had he not been black? Now think about that. That principal at the least needs to be fired. If he's not fired, the whole school, UPrep, charter school in Rochester, New York, needs to be shut down for your clown-ass actions, Principal Muno. Your mama should be embarrassed and your daddy should have pulled out. No more talk.
What the haters talking about?
Damn.